Yeah, that's my best David Lee Roth. That's what I got for you, Melissa. Nah. Here we are. Here we are.
Yes.
I'm so excited to have you. I'm full of energy. I don't know what it is. Just you're 180. You're number 180.
What?
180 podcasts.
And this is the third time?
Second.
No.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Oh, okay. No.
Second time. First time was September 10th. Today's September 11th. Your first time was September 10th, 2021.
And then I swear I was on one more time.
I don't think so.
Let's take bets on that.
I don't know. I think you might be having some KC. Hey, okay. All right, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about what's been going on since then.
Oh, gosh. 2021?
2021. Yeah, we're in 2025 now. What's that? That's 4 years.
That is 4 years. Well, I think my brand was just kicking off. Eat, Drink, AZ. We were doing a little partnering then as well. Right after that, the world opened up. Arizona was one of the states with Florida and Texas, and all the traffic came to us. And I think restaurants listened to what I was saying during that time when everyone was on their phones doing nothing but staying in their house. And we went from having 5 hospitality clients to 10 more within, I think, 8 months.
Wow.
So it grew rapidly. And then we all know TikTok kind of came around then. And I mean, my brand, I think, went from 40,000 to now sitting at 270,000 on one platform and 220 on the other.
So talk about TikTok. Is that still relevant?
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
And what was it? What was the antithesis for you to like jump on there? Just because you're in the industry and you're paying attention? And
Well, when you're in social media, you're going to jump on any platform that is buzzing. So that platform was hot.
All right, what about Telegram, though? Huh? That buzzed for like 5 minutes. You didn't get on that.
I think I was about to. I think I have the app still saved. So I remember that.
Yeah. All right. So TikTok really blew up, though, like during COVID and after that.
It did. Yeah, I blew up my brand there. I had a video, still the highest on TikTok. I think it was at 15 mil. I was eating chicken. Yeah, 15 million.
Where were you at?
At my house making chicken.
Oh.
Literally just
So it wasn't
eating.
even for a restaurant. It's just you
It
eating chicken.
It was me. I think people were pissed because I was slurping on the chicken. I think is what made it go viral.
Jeez, that's like that that sound like
Yep.
people make the sound.
They're real.
Like,
They got them hot.
What's it called?
ASMR.
ASMR.
Yeah, but you got it.
Well, I was about to say ass. I'm talking about eating.
Ass can also get you a lot of views, but I do not do that.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so you obviously have you've kind of come into yourself, and you went from being, not that you still aren't, but like you were like this solo personality, you know, Melissa, the Eat Drink, and now you're a team of people. So how many people are on your team now?
So total, we have 5 employees and 4 contractors.
Okay.
And we're getting ready to hire, Eat Drink AZ is all contractors, but we're getting ready to hire my assistant needs an assistant to run Eat Drink AZ.
Okay.
So we just did a job posting. We had 150 people that clicked the link to apply. I'd say 75 applied and only 25 put in a resume. You got to put in your resume, people.
Huh. Did I do that one with my mustache picture? No. Remember when you're looking for models and I...
Oh, yes, that was good. That was good. We have links for everything, anywhere you go on any of our websites. But yeah, so we're now with the hospitality agency. I can proudly say we're the largest hospitality social media agency out there in Arizona. So we're very focused on Arizona, but now we're getting clients outside of Arizona.
Yeah, you just got back from Texas.
We did. We got flown out to Texas.
Who was that for?
Mujinzo and Hayashi. Huh? They are part of Lynn's Distribution, which is the largest Asian buffet in the nation.
So when something like that comes across your desk, is that like somebody that found you online or whatever, and they're like, hey, we'd like to, talk to you about your services, and you send them a proposal, and they're like, cool, fly out?
Yeah, so that one was actually a little bit different. We didn't even know that Lynn's Distribution had other concepts on top of theirs. So we already have Lynn's. And then all of a sudden, they were like, we want you to fly to Texas, and we want to add on 2 more clients. And we were like, wait, what? Sometimes they don't let you know these things. And we had no idea. They actually have lots of concepts everywhere.
No kidding.
Yeah, and a lot of partners. So
Very secretive. That's cool, though. So 5 full-time employees. That's
5 full-time.
that's a real business, bro.
Yeah, it is. And we're probably going into hiring season We hire every season. We usually bring someone new on, I would say once a year.
Yeah. From a businesswoman standpoint, or just a business owner, not that I don't care if you're a woman or a dude, from an entrepreneur standpoint, let's utilize that. What's been some of the biggest challenges, like just in the last year as you're growing your business?
Stepping into the leadership role, I would say, and walking away from Eat, Drink, AZ, being able to let go of a brand that is solely me. That took about a year to get out. There's a lot of, people want you.
Yeah.
So that took a while for me to kind of let go of that. And minus the great partners that I have or people that I've worked with for a very long time, I'm always going to go out to support them. But new restaurants, well, we want you, and that was hard to be like, well, here's Deanna. She does just as good of a job. She brings the content to me. She's my assistant. She edits it, does everything. We have, a scale of how good it was so that I can report back. And then I do the voiceover and it gets dropped on it. So that, and then leadership with the agency was really stepping into, I would say that I am now, and I hear this is very hard to do with when you're a business owner and operator. So I feel very proud of this. I am 70% out of my business. So they are fully running it. And I would say the one thing that my team does say is that I don't have a problem letting them take control of things. I'm not in their stuff at all. And the last 30% is building our sales side. And really that's all it is.
If you can take, you're 70% out, but I think the factor of matter is, correct me if I'm wrong, you're probably 70% out of the shit that you don't need to be doing.
Correct.
So you can 100% be into what you need to be doing. And
Yes.
I got a few years on you, go figure. So this was not something that I figured out. This was something that I was forced to figure out. And I think most entrepreneurs, that's kind of what happens. And this is the second podcast today. I had Doug Robson on today, who owns a bunch of great restaurants. I don't want to say their name, Gallo Blanco. The way he sells it says
Gallo Blanco.
Gallo Blanco, and he's so eloquent the way he says it. He's from Mexico City, but we just had this exact same conversation. He's like, I was so sad and just like I was lost when I had opened my first restaurant because I felt like I had to be there all the time. I had to be on top of everything. And I was just so imprisoned by something that I had created. And it wasn't until he was able to give some ownership and some, open the reins for these people to be able to make their own mistakes and do their things. Same story I have. Same story I'm sure most people that I talk to. So it's got to be refreshing to get there, I would assume, pretty early in your career now.
It has been amazing, huge. And I would say Ryan, my partner, has been a huge, he's been pushing me to do this for a very long time. So he's my boyfriend and he's my partner.
Is Ryan a real person or is he an AI bot?
Ryan is real. So Ryan
I know, I've had dinner with him. Just kidding.
Ryan is my boyfriend, but he kind of integrated himself into the business. And over the course of us dating in 3 years and
3 years?
3 years.
Dude.
Yeah.
Smells like cake. Wedding cake.
And it's kind of funny. I was teasing him the other day. I go, you're into my banking, the financials.
You're right up my ass, dude. You got it all.
I go, you're either the longest Tindler swindler. And he was like, I'd be really in it for the long game if I was.
Yeah. Well, I know you do well, but you get made a lot more money before you get swindled, right? I mean, good Lord.
It's a joke we have between each other.
Well, it's great. Who's the longest person on your staff right now?
Michelle.
Michelle's the best.
Michelle is an OG. Yeah. She joined us and, she came on originally as we contracted her out for photography. Funny story, we're actually shooting Cell restaurant in Old Town Scottsdale, May and Brandon. They're fantastic. And we only shot phone photos then.
Oh, wow.
And, we thought we did a great job with them. And we did with the phone. Fantastic. And we sent them the photos and Brandon and May were like, this is not acceptable. And we were like, oh my God, we have to level up.
Well, yeah, they make acceptable food, right? You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, and I was like, oh God, what are we gonna do? And we ended up finding Michelle, brought her on, contracted her on. She ended up having so many projects throughout the years. And then after that, she started helping me with, onboarding new people that we were bringing on, cleaning up the clients, the systems. And so this past year, this is her year 1, but we brought her on full-time salary, and she is just a rock star for us. She's my right-hand girl. She's really the person, and Ryan, that have got me out of the clients.
Yeah.
The day-to-day managing.
Ryan's a very valuable asset, both as a boyfriend and as a, I guess you could just say business partner at this point, because we all need our yin and our yang, right? And you two are complete opposites.
So
and my business partner and myself, we're complete. He's more the analytical underwriting, just like, here it is, and I'm a spaz.
But we love you.
And you and I are a spaz.
We are.
And we've got some cool videos coming out. We just filmed at Hanny's, which should be...
Oh, yeah. Coming here in a couple weeks.
A couple weeks. And then we had our other one that we just did at Enchiladas. So what Melissa and I are doing, we are telling stories of very unique places in Arizona, and, just in a short, fun way, getting those stories out for people to be, entertained and also educated if they haven't seen or heard about these places. So it's kind of a passion project and something fun for us. And it's a nice give back to, our clients.
And different, I think. And, if restaurant owners, I know you have a lot listening to this, if you really think that, your place has history, and we're looking for real history, like Enchiladas. What was some of the really cool things?
The railroad ties.
Yeah. Back in the miners were going there back
They
in
had
the
hookers
day.
in there. Seriously, they bought hookers inside there. Sorry, Michelle, if you're listening, but I think that's right.
Yes, it was true.
Ladies of the night back then.
Yeah.
It was classy back then. Right.
And, Hanny's that we just did is an original department store from the
Creepy
40s. Creepy dolls, original dolls that used to be in the window.
Yeah.
That part was kind of crazy. So if you have a restaurant and it has real history, please come talk to Delo.
Yeah, please reach out to us and let's get it on film. I will say that Hanny's pizza was damn good. I never would have thought a place with creepy dolls would have really good pizza.
No, it's kind of like tavern style.
Yeah, it had that thin crust and more ASMR.
Well, you're into it.
Okay, let's give these restaurateurs that are listening, and obviously other people that are listening, I'm sure they'd be interested to know. Let's give them a little value here. And so when I say value, why don't you talk about, in your world, what are some of the trends, or what are some of the things that restaurateurs could be doing to up their social media game right now, besides hiring you?
Well, I always say, depending on the budget, and I give this value to anyone. We never know where a restaurant's budget is. Small mom and pop, taco truck, medium scale, large scale with multiple units. So I always say, if you're very small, find someone talented on your team, pay them an extra hour a day. 1 hour is all it takes to shoot some content for you, and, give you the files, have them post it. That's very small scale. Medium scale, I would have loved if a restaurant approached me when I was building Eat, Drink, AZ and said, hey, can I put you on retainer for, 5 hours a month to come shoot all this food for me? I would have been like, oh my God, consistent pay. I'm trying, most people are trying to get out of their 9-to-5s and create their own businesses. They will do it. Just approach them, look at their content, send them a message. That's probably a little bit bigger of a budget. And then obviously, agency, I always say, is third, because I think having a full-time employee dedicated to your content, W-2, is always going to cost you the most. So agency is third right in there.
Yeah. Okay. And what's the truth or not the truth in the aspect of, let's just say I'm Delo. I own, Delo's Steak and Tacos. And I'm like, hey, Melissa, should I post on Instagram or Facebook, or should I do TikTok, or do I have to use hashtags now? Or I all these people have guesses on what is relevant, and you're very good at this. So what do you think?
Shoot a lot of content on Reels and repurpose that same video onto TikTok. Reels to me has a little bit better insights for what people want to see. TikTok does too. But you want to be posting videos only, no photos. Photos are great once you build up your brand. In between, you need to figure out what pieces of content your potential customer wants to see. So I always give this example. Let's say we're a hamburger joint, right? We have a lettuce wrap hamburger, a double-double, another double-double, but with bacon and maybe a barbecue sauce one, right? And we shoot every single one of them. We post a video. One of those is going to outperform every single time every time you post it. It's probably going to be the one with bacon, or maybe the one with barbecue sauce. If you have an item that people want to see, reshoot that item 100 times because that's the one that's driving traffic. People start posting things based off of their ego and what they think people want to see, but that algo is there to tell you. So the more someone likes, the more they comment, the more that they save and share, that piece of content is what people are wanting to see. Duplicate that. If it don't, try to shoot some, just keep remaking that and test, then start to test other items. Test your fries with cheese, then test your fries with cheese and bacon. And that algo will talk to you. So when you go to your insights and you pull the last year of your highest performing pieces of content, you're probably going to see a common theme there. Double cheeseburger, cheese with the fries with the cheese. Okay, we got some winning items here, people. Let's focus on these because this is what people want to see to drive traffic. And that's what I always say, your algo will talk to you.
And so if there's a lot of cheese, then I guess you would just advertise in Wisconsin, have those people come down and eat at your restaurant. No, that makes total sense. I mean, but a lot of times I think people are like, F the numbers, they don't mean anything, blah, 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 blah. Do you think that there's now come a point to where some of this has gotten so oversaturated that it's almost like pay to play, but the numbers are still relative and important because like in your example there, if you have 3 of them and one is doing better than the other 3, no matter what the number is for that organization, you can't really compare yourself to everybody else. You just got to do what's best within your numbers.
Mm-hmm. So Meta is a pay-to-play platform. It always has been. I've been in Meta since 2017. So a very, very long time. I've been an advertiser. It is meant for you not to get the most amount of views. So the only thing you're really trying to do, and I give our trade and our secret away all the time. Go ahead and go out there and do it. I mean, we have a back end of Meta where we advertise, but when you're on the front end advertising and you find your biggest pieces of content, those are the ones you need to put money on and geofence your restaurant.
Okay, first of all, to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Folks, it ain't that fucking easy. It's just not that easy. If you think you're going to go in there and you're going to meta advertise and R2D2 the shit out of the back end, it's not that easy. If you have the money, pay a professional, i.e. Melissa and crew, to do this because you're just going to waste a bunch of money.
You are, but it's better than not doing anything at all. I will say it is I try to tell people this, it's a for-profit business.
Yeah.
They are there to get you to advertise. Now, is that boost button and that promote button the correct way to advertise? No, our back end is where we live, but that front end is better than nothing. So at least do something, you know, a little bit of something. And no, I mean, the market is oversaturated, but I do believe that there is a customer for every single restaurant. It may be based off of the neighborhood. I mean, I'm a great example of that. I have been to so many restaurants. And I like the dark restaurants. You can't get me just because there's a new place on the corner with really cool drinks and great food. I just prefer dark atmospheres. So you're going to find me at Night Owl 24/7.
Yeah.
You know, it's really, there's customers for every single restaurant based off of what you offer.
Night Owl's got good pizza.
They do have good pizza and wings. But, and that's why you really have to think of it with your restaurant. You have your customers. You need to seek them and find them and bring them out.
No, I love that. And you're at Red Lobster a lot too. I know you like the cheese biscuits.
I do not, but I do like Olive Garden. I did work there.
Dude, I told my wife we need to go to Olive Garden.
Oh, we'll go with you, me and Ryan.
Let's do it.
Double date.
I just want that salad with the breadsticks and like
the zuppa Toscana.
Yeah.
That was my first restaurant job.
Yeah. we got to go.
I'm loyal to the OG.
There's still an OG on Cactus, I think, and Tatum.
Yeah, that's the one I worked at.
Honey, I know you're listening. We're doing an Olive Garden double date, and you don't have to eat. You can watch me stuff my face, but that's my cheat day. Okay, cool. Talk to me about, just because we're talking marketing, talk to me about your interpretation or your thoughts with everything coming out and everybody's in their phone and the oversaturation of attention on the phone and paying the play and all this sort of stuff. Do you feel that there's a relevant value to the aspect of going back to the 80s and doing some more of like the doorknob hangers and the street marketing, the actual physical hand-to-hand combat?
I think that there's going to be a place for that. I think I don't think there's nothing you can do about the oversaturation. It's only going to become even more saturated and just in a different way as AI evolves.
Yeah, and I want to talk about AI, but keep going.
I think you're going to have a lot of people that bring it back to grassroots and like guerrilla marketing is what I'm kind of noticing. And those things are working because they're different than everyone else. So yeah, I think depending on how creative you are, some of those things could work just because you have a large number of people that are absolutely over social media and phone saturation from, everyone living on it 24/7.
Yeah, I can't even tell you how many times a day I get interrupted on my office line. And it's my office line. I got to pick it up. But I know most of the time when I see a number or private call, it's usually somebody trying to, sell something. And I'm very sympathetic to it because I sell things too. But my God, some of these routines, they're brutal. It's just like, you got to stop, bro.
Yeah.
So talking about AI, are you feeling that the existing platforms, they're obviously taking onto it and they're doing things. Do you feel like there's any rumblings of like new platforms that are AI specific that people are going to end up following and, this is going to be a new way of life?
It is going to be a new way of life. I've known that for a very long time. So I always think I say this on every podcast. The way you see internet today, the way we look at it is going to be called flat internet. And then because it's flat, we're looking at it just, everything is going to go back to augmented reality. So we're all going to be plugging in very soon. So that's why the way you view social media today will be flat internet, Google, all of those things. We'll have glasses, we'll be swiping. Remember the movie Tom Cruise, Minority Report?
Yeah.
That will...
Creepy.
And, people are I read the comments, I follow along. I would say that's the one thing that I've always been great at is really paying attention to what's coming. Same as when I tried telling everyone it's video. Yeah. We were the first people on video. I was the first foodie on video. And I kept telling everyone that. And here came video because I'm ahead of that trend because I'm so, integrated into Meta. So, I could talk for hours on what's about to happen, but that's a whole nother nerd conversation.
Yeah. And do you feel that will also go into our senses where people may not be eating food anymore and now you're paying for like a fake hamburger that's produced by a machine?
Oh, I went to Japan. There are some pretty cool things.
That's that's kind of why I bring up that question because I know you went somewhere that's really technologically advanced and they just got some crazy shit going on.
Well, remember the Back to the Future, the opening scene where he ducks with the shark?
Oh, yeah.
I have a video on my Japan video and it's a girl and she comes out of the screen in the middle of the street. She rolls her coins out and I was like, this was that moment.
That's amazing. Wow. What would you say as far as food-wise or some of the up-and-coming trends right now just in this day and age that you're seeing at restaurants?
I think we're out of the really over-the-top Instagram items. Mm-hmm. I think that was a hot trend for a little bit.
It's because food costs are so much.
I can't imagine what the margin is, on some of the plating that they use just to bring in people and the work that goes into it. But I think, yes, do restaurants still have those? And they're always going to, of course. But for new restaurants coming, that's kind of gone. They're kind of bringing it back to, excellent service, food that's fantastic, good-looking plating, good-looking cocktail glasses with, a normal amount of ingredients. The 18 ingredients in a cocktail and half the things that you don't understand are in them. And when you taste it, you're like, I don't even know what I'm tasting. Like, I think that is faded out. And the super, bougie flowers dripping all over and, Instagram walls, that trend has faded out.
So there's more like a sleekness and simplicity. People are just looking for...
sexy is coming in.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of sexiness. And I just did a blog on, I think, 12 restaurants that are coming to the Valley from Miami, California, all over Texas, and all very sleek and clean.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of that coastal clean, it's like you kind of, you took a shower and you feel good, right?
I guess that's a great,
something
comparison.
Like, right? My wife's like, no more Botox, no more none of this stuff. I am who I am. I'm like, honey, you're beautiful.
Yeah,
just the way you are.
Yeah.
It's a nice treat. All right, cool. What's What what do you think people's infatuation with food is? Like when you see the comments even on like on your posts and other things, besides the trolls that are out there, but the people that are authentically like into food, what do you feel their infatuation is? Is it kind of like porn in a way?
I think, being on the other side, I mean, do this all day long, every day from, years of doing this, going to restaurants. I don't think people go out that much. I think when they're seeing something new, they're really saving it for date night. They're
Mm,
saving it for their girl nights. And they're really, I think, yes, do people always go back to the same restaurants? Yes. On a daily basis, if you're going to dine weekly, they go back to the same restaurants. But when they're in adventure zone, mindset, I think that's when they're traveling to the really cool places and
yeah.
they're saving those and, bookmarking them for, special events and things like that. So I see a lot of tags and comments like, this is that place I was telling you about, or we got to go check it out. It's more of people just really wanting to get out there and try different things in Arizona. They're really excited about it.
It's really a good point because I mean I can tell by the numbers that I see that restaurants they're definitely suffering a lot more than they were before, and people are picking and choosing where they're going to go and why they're going to go there. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting that you're seeing that as well, and you bring it up. Um, what the hell's going on in Vegas?
What do you mean? What's happening?
Why does it cost $36 for 2 beers?
Okay, so this is really weird. I've been going to Vegas since 2017. I used to go for work a long time ago, or before 2017, sorry, with, some things I used to do in the sports industry. I've been going for years, actually. And then Ryan had never been a big Vegas person, and I turned him on to Vegas, and then he wanted to go multiple times a year. So I have been to Vegas, and I cannot this is factual. I have to say 50 times.
Wow.
A lot.
Yeah.
I have watched, like, when you go out, you knew that the clubs were the most expensive places you were going to be charged for drinks.
Yep.
The restaurants were the most expensive places you were going to be charged if you're going to Giada's, places like that. Going to a bar, we went to go see the first EDM artist at the Sphere. We love the Sphere. And at every casino bar, because, we hop around to the casinos, for 2 American bottled beers, $36. And I looked at him and I said, we drop cash in Vegas, but I'm going to Miami. I'm out.
What's going on?
And I've paid for hotels. We used to stay at Bellagio and all these places. Those are now $650 to $650 a night and up. I was used to back in the day, and I sound like, the people in the restaurants, like, I used to pay $2 for your chicken sandwich and now I pay $4. I get costs go up, but it's even me, someone that can afford to go to Vegas. I'm like, I don't even want to spend money in Vegas anymore. Like, I'm good going to other places.
Yeah. No, it's just crazy. You told me that the other day. I was like, I got to bring that up, and so you can tell
Get
others.
at $36. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Okay, so just so people kind of that don't know you have a little bit of a can kind of get to know you a little bit more. Like, what are some things that you've done personally in the last year to kind of change, lifestyle, whether that's mental, physical, business wise, to kind of put you in a good place so people can learn from that.
Yeah, 2 things I would say. So when I first built Eat Drink AZ, I was really dining out a lot, and most people don't dine 2 to 3 restaurants a day. So I really took on a lot of weight challenges. So fitness has been big for me this year, and I really feel the differences mentally with my energy. Ryan notices it. Oh my God, dopamine, like what it gives you.
Right.
Big time to those previous years. Ryan's like, your mindset from then to now is night and day. And I was like, I always knew that. I just kind of stopped for a little bit. I was, building the brand, and I shouldn't have, but I did. I would say that's been the biggest and being out of the restaurants. I only go for special occasions, of course, partners, things like that. I really do cook a lot at home now, which has been big. And then I would say growth with, listening to, and I listen to my growth online. So I'm big on Gary Vee, I'm big on, business coaches, people that I follow online. And then this year, we've also been going to some business marketing classes. Like we're going to a big AI one in March, traveling to Anaheim. So coaching, I would say fitness and eating better and healthy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And if somebody wants a job with you, what do they need to do?
So they would go to, depending on if they want a job with Eat Drink AZ, where
Yeah.
you review restaurants, the influencer brand.
Yep.
You go to eatdrinkaz.com and you'll see the hiring page. If you're looking for a career, full time with an agency in hospitality marketing, you'd go to eatdrinkcreativeagency.com and fill out an application there. And then, we hire, like I said, every season. We've already filled for Eat Drink AZ, but there's probably another position opening up soon for the agency.
Good to stay on top of it. And what could you tell restaurateurs that are listening? What is let's just say a free gift you could give to them if they were interested in possibly hiring you?
Yeah, we offer this to anyone. We evaluate their social media, and I will do a 30-minute call with them. If they already have an internal team, if they are doing it themselves, shoot you a message. If they're a client of yours, shoot us a message, and we will let them know what they could be doing to help increase their social media to drive sales in.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's a very generous and very next on.
Yeah, and I do that personally.
Personally, I love that. Is there anything else that you want to promote or anything before? I know that you have been going out to more special events or whatever, and I know you got some other things going on. So is there anything else you want to talk about for rapid fire?
Yeah, I'm going to be speaking at Evolve PR. They're a great PR firm. They're going to have me talk about social media. So if you want to hear and you're a restaurant owner, you can go to Evolve's event. Taste of AZ. We both work with them. We love them.
Yeah.
That festival's coming up. That's going to be huge. That's one of my personal favorite festivals, where you're not standing in long lines in the sun. The food is included. The drinks are included. It's all inclusive. That festival's coming up, and I'd say I'm a judge at the salsa festival coming up. So if you like salsa, get out to that.
Do you like salsa?
Love salsa.
Do you make it?
No, but I buy lots of it. I've probably had every type of sauce. I buy a new one every time I go to the store. I make sure to bring one new one home.
Is it like tostadas or what's that big brand?
Tostitos. I buy the Kohl's, the generic, the stores, all of them.
I like Bad Dog salsa. They're made locally.
Yeah, I love that dog.
Yeah.
Right, the green one.
Arcadia Meat Market. Oh, so yeah, it's a bunch of avocado in there. Yeah, right. Okay, cool. Let's do some rapid fire questions. I know you get out of here. You have a new client, right?
We do.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you. The Esplanade. Yeah.
Like the whole thing?
The whole thing. We got our first commercial real estate property.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Look at that. All right. Would you rather go to a big restaurant lounge or have a seat at an intimate chef's table?
Intimate table.
Okay. Sounds good. Sure. Reels or TikTok?
Reels.
Macaroni or subs?
Subs.
What's your favorite sub place? Subway?
I mean, I did sandwiches at
Nathan's Hot Dogs. AM, PM. What's the loves AM, PM?
You can find me getting the dollars.
The Mercedes pulling in at the AM, PM. That would be. Okay. Milk or OJ?
Milk. Oh, I'm such a milk girl. I have a jug of organic milk in my fridge every week.
No wonder you did those photos all about.
I drink milk daily. I even will only get milk at restaurants, and they give me the weirdest looks.
Okay. Brunch or breakfast?
Ooh, brunch.
Okay. Why that answer?
I'm not a big breakfast person. I'd rather have it in the middle of the day. Yeah, no. A little too early in the morning to eat.
Boats or go camping?
Boats and O's. Boats and never camping in a million years.
No camping for you.
No, thank you. No bears are gonna eat me.
Bears. Madonna or Cyndi Lauper?
Madonna.
Okay. Cruise or a resort?
Resort.
Really?
Oh,
hands down.
Yeah.
I went on my first cruise this year. I'm a resort girl.
Have you seen the Netflix
No.
Boob Cruise?
No.
Dude, it's called, but it's horrible. I'm absolutely testified. Okay, last one. Lizards or snakes?
Lizards
Yeah, I love lizards
and frogs.
and frogs. Yes. All right. Well, that's awesome. I will put all your info in the show notes or whatever. People can reach you, reach out to you, all that sort of stuff. I'm glad that you got to pop in here for a quick one. You're one of my few repeat offenders. So congrats to 180. I'm still doing this. Might as well. I got set up and got a kid next door that helps. And yeah, everybody, thank you again for listening. Please subscribe, 5-star, like, share, do all those things. If there's ever anything that you need, please reach out. And until then, peace out.